Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Bear River Blogger, and today we're going to talk a little bit about great blue herons, and specifically what great blue herons eat. And that's what you're watching right now is a great blue heron stalking the shallows of the Bear River Migratory Bird Refuge out on their outer route. Before we get into that, though, if you're new here, why don't you go down to below and hit the old subscribe button and follow us on this YouTube channel. It helps us out. And you can actually subscribe to our website, bearriverblogger.com, and anytime we do a blog post, you'll get an email notification when there's a new blog post up. And if you are looking for a unique gift to give somebody, kind of a nature-themed, bird-watching themed gift, we also have an apparel store, which we run, birdshirtsandmore.com. There's a link in the description below where you can get bird-watching and nature-themed t-shirts and hoodies and stuff. So if you're interested in stuff like that, go give that Bird Shirts and More a look and see if there's anything to your fancy. But let's get into the great blue heron video here. This is a video that I recorded a couple days ago out on the outer route on the Bear River Migratory Bird Refuge, and I was watching this great blue heron kind of stalk the shallows, and he'll actually catch 4 little fish here. So I thought I'd do a little video on talk about what do great blue herons, what do they eat? Well, they eat just about anything. They have a pretty varied diet. They will eat fish, rodents, amphibians, reptiles, small birds, insects, about anything they can get in their beak, they will eat. I have actually seen them catch muskrats, large snakes, voles, which are like bigger than mice, all kinds of stuff throughout the year. And this is one reason why, like here in Utah, where it gets really cold in the wintertime, great blue herons can actually stay further north in the wintertime because they've got such a varied diet. They can eat rodents in the wintertime where they don't have to leave when the water freezes. So they can actually stay pretty far north, where a lot of herons have to migrate south of the winter to find open water. And this is, right here is where he catches his first little fish. You can see how he's kind of hunkered down. And just about right here, let's see, there he goes. That's the first one he catches, but they can eat just about anything. They spend a lot of time in the water looking for fish and aquatic insects, frogs and tadpoles and that kind of stuff, but they can go up on land and catch rodents, mice and voles and snakes. While I was out in the Bear River Migratory Bird Refuge, either last year or the year before, I actually saw one that actually caught a large garter snake, and there'll be a link to the description below on some of these articles on the garter snake that it caught. It was kind of cool scene to watch. And the year before, I think it was, I watched one on Farmington Bay catch a muskrat, and there he just caught the second small little fish. And I've seen him catch rodents out there. So there'll be links in the description below about some blog posts that I wrote about all these varied things that great blue herons will eat. But it's kind of interesting because everybody thinks they eat just fish, but they don't. They eat a lot of fish. That's one of their main diets, or main parts of their diet. But they'll eat just about anything they can get their hands or their beak on. So it's quite interesting. The great blue herons are very varied in what they can eat. Now, if you watch this video, you watch what they're doing. They stalk the shallows like really slow, and they'll stand sometimes for 5-10 minutes or more. It looks like he's going to go get the third. That's the third one he catches. But they're very stealthy. They can walk the shallows very slowly and almost make hardly even a ripple in the water. And you can watch them and just stand in the same place for just a long period of time, waiting for a fish or something, a frog or a tadpole or something to swim by. So they're very stealthy, and they're kind of interesting to watch when they hunt the shallows. So if you find a great blue heron, whether you're out on the Bear River Migratory Bird Refuge or wherever you're out doing bird watching, stop and watch them for a little bit, because they're kind of interesting on how they hunt, looking for these aquatic insects and fish and stuff, because they'll just stand there for a very long period of time and hardly move a muscle. In the wintertime, you'll see them kind of hunkered over an ice hole, and they'll do that for long periods of time, waiting for a fish to swim by or something. So they have kind of a unique behavior on how they actually catch their prey. And that's why I like them. They're one of my top 3 birds, and I think this is where he catches the last one. There he goes. They're just interesting how they can sit there and just stand for long periods of time and walk so slow in the water and be able to catch fish and all these other other creatures that they prey on. Now, if you watch this one here, he'll actually go down and I think wash his beak. So it's not uncommon to actually see him do that, or sometimes they'll actually take a drink of water. When I watched the great blue heron last year or the year before, when I watched him catch the snake, he actually had drink quite a bit of water when he was trying to swallow a snake. I think it kind of helps him get it down. So sometimes they'll actually take a little drink of water to help, I think, get him to swallow whatever it is they just ate. If you go back and watch the video for the second one he caught, this bird actually did that. He took a little drink of water when he caught the second fish here just a few minutes ago. So it's kind of an interesting behavior what they have. So, but anyway, that's the great blue heron, one of my favorite birds. So if you like these little nature videos, hit the subscribe button and follow us on bearriverblogger.com and check us out on birdshirtsandmore.com, and we will catch you on the next video update.